And we are back. But as I was saying, thank you to all you guys that have tuned into my channel over the years. Over this journey of mine, there is much more trucking and oil field, so and so. Just want to share a story with you guys. I remember when Boomstick, if you're watching this, you'll know what I'm talking about. First got to be supervisor. You guys are shorthanded by one person. So I came and I worked over. I actually pulled a double. It wasn't the first time. I pulled a double on my shift and worked over. And I helped you guys, and we were all rigging in. And I was in a man basket, putting the bolts on, taking the bolts off as we came off the well to swing over to the next well. And I was up in the man basket, and I saw a co-worker down there by the old well that we had came off of, and I put a new gasket still in the paper box down there by the wellhead, just laying right there on top of it. So when we go to swing over to the new one from the well that we had came off of, it's already there. It's the first thing you see. I'm getting the bolts off of the well that we coming off of. Now that's some heavy haul right there. That right there is some heavy haul. As I was saying, I'm in the man basket. We're getting ready to come off. There's a bunch of stuff we do before we get to that point. Anyway, I see a coworker down there by the old well, and I see him put his hand on the hole of the well. When I see that, first thing comes to my mind, he's about to put a new ring in it. I turn around and start doing what I was doing, which is getting us off the well. Go about the day. We get to working, other stuff going on, multiple tasks from multiple companies, which is what they call multi-process jobs or multi-service jobs. It's what we do, wireline, flowback, frac, so on and so forth. Now I seen him over there by the wellhead. As the day goes on, we get ready to swing over. When we swing over, we get everything on the well. And actually, this is one of those where we are swinging everything. We're swinging the injector and all of the lubes over. We're doing a whole swing. And as I start putting the bolts on, and I'm looking at the gap, I'm thinking to myself, I should be able to see that ring in there, because before we got there, or before Will said, did you guys put a new ring in it? And of course I said yeah, because I saw him down there by the wellhead, and his hands was on the well without the cap on it, because he was taking the cap off. Should have put that part in there in the beginning, but anyway. I said, yeah, because the box is gone, the little paper box is gone, and I don't see it on the ground somewhere, it's not trash laying around somewhere. So the first thing comes to my mind is that it's already been done. And I can see there's a shiny ring in there. But of course, I'm up high, looking down, and we swing over and start putting the bolts on the well. And as I said before, when we put the lubricators on and I get to put the bolts on, I'm thinking to myself, I do not see. Because when you're putting, when you're flanging up everything, you should be able to see that ring at least a little, or sometimes a lot, depending on which kind of ring it is. And that space will get smaller and smaller as you get it tighter and tighter, to where it'll almost disappear, depending on the flange that you have. Start putting these bolts on. As I'm putting these bolts on, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, technically, I did not actually see him put the ring in there. And I'm still putting these bolts on, getting it all good and tight. And I keep thinking to myself, I did not actually see him put the new ring in there. Finish putting the bolts on, get everything good and tight. Then we go to pressure test, and everything, and it leaks. And I'm like, well, okay, maybe it wasn't tight, but I know I tightened it to where it should have been tight and it shouldn't have leaked in the first place. All right, we all get out there and we got a pull bar and we're doing all this stuff. We got the pull bar on there and we got a cheater bar of about 6 feet, because there's a big 6-foot trench. My bad, I'm exaggerating. Not a 6-foot trench, but probably something like a 2-foot trench around this wellhead. And we're tightening. Okay, let's try the pressure test again. Now at this point, I'm 100% convinced. Okay, that is not a new ring in there, and time to go let somebody know. We pressure test a second time. Okay, yeah, it's the ring. There's no question. There's no doubt. It is the ring. Come off the well. Now we had to stack everything down in order to come off the well. We couldn't just pick up, because we could go there and sit there, but we couldn't go there and then come off. So we had to drop lubes, do all whatever. I think we ended up dropping two lubricators instead of all 3. And we came off of the well. Came off of the well, and yes, 100% it was the ring. It was my fault, guys. It's called accountability. I didn't actually see him do it, and I didn't do it myself. Through process of elimination, because me assuming that he would have done it, because I left the little box with the ring gasket in there sitting right there on the well, so you can't miss it when you take the nightcap off. And I didn't actually see him do it, but I know I saw him put his hand on it, because the little metal ring sits in the groove of the wellhead. And cylinders, rentals, welding supplies. Wow, you just got cows right here in the middle of town. Hello, Texas. But anyway, Gravity Oilfield Services. I'm trying around in their parking lot. But yeah, they just got cows just randomly out here. It's as random as it could be. Just all this industrial stuff. All of this industrial oil field stuff going on over here. And there's a bunch of these companies that are in North Dakota. They are also in West Texas. This is Pecos, Texas. This part right here kind of reminds me of Colorado a little bit. Just be some cows in the middle of town, industrial area, and just see some cows in the field. Like they didn't say, hey, let's keep this in an area for cows. But anyway, I've talked to you guys enough. It's time to shut it down for the night. See you later, cows. But this is JPTV 3000 telling you guys to be safe. Take life one day at a time. Work together as a team. Work efficiently. I think it's called CPE, but I forget what it stands for. So you guys be safe. See y'all later. Oh yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Corporate Hospitality. Great people, great facilities, located in Pecos, Texas. So if you guys ever want to come visit, there they are. So you guys be safe out there. Work together as a team, guys. Work together as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Be efficient. Communicate, plan, and efficiency. Communication, planning, and efficiency. Some of you guys are going to be doing things where you're going to be solo. Some of you guys are going to be working with other people in different parts of the oil and gas industry, if you already do, or if you're thinking about it, or if you know anybody who is. They're hiring over here in Texas. Texas is hammered down. They have the pedal to the floor over here in Texas, especially when you get out this way. Midland also, but they're usually headquartering in, there's another skunk. I don't know why so many of them over here. But they're usually headquartering in Midland, and then they're traveling out. But can you drive down this way? I don't think you can drive down this way. Can you drive down this way? Yeah, you can drive down this way. All right. They got a cafeteria. Nice food, too, in my opinion. Coffee and drinks. I usually always get coffee in the morning time. And it's free. So, there's that. Clean facilities. I would definitely say to pay this place a visit. It's definitely worth it. You can purchase the meal plan, comes along with it, or separately you could just purchase the room, and that will be that. But they also have free washers and dryers, washers for your regular clothes. They also have washers for your Oilfield clothes, which is awesome. Awesome to have that available to you. And there's a variety of some of everybody who's here, from company men, truck drivers, Schlumberger, NOV, Next Tier, Compass, you name it. Contractors of every kind. So you guys think about what it is that you want to do out here in the oil and gas industry, and they've got a setup of some kind waiting for you. So I will holler at you guys later. Shout out to all of the subscribers and people that have tuned into my channel for as long as y'all have. I know I have not been making the content that a lot of you guys probably want to see, but hey, life is life, man. Looks like you got him some Subway. Shout out to old dude with the Subway sandwich, or had a Subway sandwich. But before I do let you guys go, I want to look at a few comments, just because I made it back safely, and I'm already here. So, Men's Blueprint. Nope, this is not old unreleased content. That was part of the drive getting down here from North Dakota? Are you working in Colorado? I've been in Colorado, drove through Colorado, was transporting trucks from Colorado. How do you like the cab camera? Trill X2, when it comes to the cab cameras, hey man, they're just a part of the industry. They're a part of what it is and what we got to do, especially when it's not your truck and it's somebody else's truck, man. Hey, that is what it is. Don Payroll, Don Pobere, shout out. What's up to you, Keith? It's more fun in the Philippines, Keith. When you coming back to the Philippines, dude, I'm actually thinking about going back next week. I don't really have any plans at home. Like I gotta, tend to some stuff when I go home, pay some bills. But that's really it. I don't really have any exact plans, and I kind of wanted to work an off day, travel an off day, working off days, traveling off days. So, how's it going out there? Slow or plenty of opportunities? Rolling X Stone, there's plenty of opportunities. It's just finding something that fits you and getting your foot in the door. I got a homeboy of mine who's looking to come out here, and he said he's serious. And he said he's the first person that, when he said what he said, I was like, oh damn, he's for real. I've heard plenty of people say that they want to come out here and work in the oil field, but then they start asking stuff, and I'm like, nah, you ain't serious about it. But he said, I'm ready to come to work. He said, I'll start wherever I got to start at, and I'll make it work. When he said that, I was like, oh, he is for real. Shout out to the trucker I met in South Dakota, Rapid City, South Dakota. He had a super sleeper truck, but I didn't have time to interview him. So if you're watching, shout out to you, man. You said you were thinking about selling your truck. I'm so far away from that right now. I got other stuff going on. It was great to meet you at the shop on Saturday at the shop, and thanks for the help with the pails. Oh yeah, shout out to Rob Young, 6532. I miss it. I saw you at the Patriot in okay, a couple years ago. Didn't want to say hi. Would you rather? Would you rather do what you're doing or haul water or oil? I'd rather do what I'm doing. I also like hauling water, because hauling water, you get your own rhythm. It's just you in the truck, you out there going to the wells, and so everything has its own benefits. You just leave your trash in the truck. Everything has its own thing. It's going out there. How is it going out there? I think I covered that one. Greed humbles all. When are you back to Williston? Will there be another oil boom? There is, or is Williston over? I think I've either answered these directly. It is hot. It is hot. It is hot. This thing, man, come on, be cool. That's why I don't like new stuff. And you got the train coming over here. But anyway, man, thank y'all for tuning in to my content, checking it out. If y'all got any, please hit that like, subscribe, share out the videos, and if you have any ideas for the channel or questions that you want to ask, by all means, throw them out there. So I'll holler at y'all later. I'm tired. Peace.